just before 9 o'clock. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jenny Dean. We are following the track of Hurricane Charley. Bay News 9 will be with you throughout the day to keep you informed, tell you what you need to know, and keep you safe. So first thing we want to do is check with our meteorologist Mike Clay, in the Weather on the 9's Forecast Center for an update on Charley's track. Mike.
All right, thank you, Jenny. Good morning. 9 o'clock right now, and as we watch this with Pinpoint Doppler 9000, we're keeping you updated with the very latest information with our technology. Let's switch over to the satellite pictures first of all, and there you can see the center very close to the dry Tortugas right now, moving up towards the north at around 18 miles an hour. As we've been saying for a couple of hours, it has turned to the north, and now the hurricane center agreeing with that, saying it's moving north at 18 in their very latest advisory. So we'll go ahead and plot that up, and there's the latest. Right over the dry Tortugas, 24.7 north and 82.9 west. It's been at that 82.9 for several advisories now. The winds are 110, moving to the north now at 18 miles per hour. We picked up on that trend about 6 o'clock this morning, and it continues to move towards the north. That's almost due south of St. Petersburg. The pressure is up just a little bit, but it's still low, 28.64. So I guess one of the more important things also with this advisory is they have not upgraded it to a Category 3. It is still barely a Category 2. All right, we'll switch over to 9 Interactive right now and let you look at this. We've got the radars going here, and we can see a little bit better what's going on. This is Pinellas County right up in here, and due south is the eye of the hurricane. Due south. We'll put a distance calculator on this and take you from about St. Petersburg right down to the center. That's about 250 miles or so. Now, if the hurricane continues to move due north, that would bring it right in to the Tampa Bay area sometime later today. We are thinking, though, that it will start to jog a little bit more towards the right because of all this upper-level energy that's racing across North Florida with the upper-level jet stream. So what will that mean? If the center of circulation comes ashore south of Tampa Bay, that'll be an offshore wind for the bay and less of a problem with storm surge. The problem for the folks to the south from St. Petersburg through the mouth of the bay and all the way down the coast is, as the center continues to move due north, it's just going to get closer and closer as the coast sticks out some to the west. It's going to get closer and closer to the coast as it continues to move towards the due north. Let me tilt this back down a little bit so you can see the center of circulation very close to the dry Tortugas. We will zoom in right now on the Key West radar. There we go. Key West is right on the corner of your screen there, and you can see the center of circulation very well defined, a strong hurricane right over the dry Tortugas moving towards the north. That is the very latest for right now, a northward movement, and that would bring it right up into Pinellas County if it continues to move to the north. However, if it takes any sort of a jog to the right, that would bring it closer into Manatee, Sarasota counties, or even a little bit further. But it's going to have to turn real sharp to get to Fort Myers. So it's probably going to just keep tracking to the north for a while, then eventually start to turn a little bit more to the right. That's the next turn that we'll be watching for that could occur later today. The hurricane force winds extend outward only in a small area right around the center, but the tropical storm force winds extend outward 125 miles from the center. Hurricane force winds are only outward 30 miles from the center. So right around the center, wherever that crosses the coast, that's where the hurricane force winds will occur. And then a huge area of central and south Florida could have tropical storm force winds. Now we'll take you back over to Jenny, and we'll keep you updated from here.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. We'll check back in a few minutes. Right now, though, we want to check on traffic and the Howard Franklin Bridge. Bay News 9's Chuck Johnson is on the east side of the bridge, joining us live now to give us an update what's happening there. Chuck, how's it looking?
Hi, Jenny. Well, as we look at it, and since we've been here, it's actually traffic's been fairly light and fairly smooth here. That could indicate that most of the folks who were ordered to evacuate from Pinellas County have already done so, and there's probably a portion of folks who have not done so and don't intend to do so. Let's take a closer look at what the traffic's doing here. Of course, you have more than 800,000 people being evacuated from Hillsborough, Pasco, and Pinellas County. 350,000 being evacuated from Pinellas County alone, and those are the folks who will be using the bridges. Now, at some point today, we expect the bridges to close, but we're not exactly sure when. Let's bring in Trooper Brandon Hoagland. This is one of his regular duties patrolling the Howard Franklin Bridge. Trooper, give me an idea of what your impressions are of the traffic as you see it and what you expect as the storm approaches.
Well, since I've been here early this morning, traffic has picked up quite a bit. we're expecting that traffic will be at this minimal state until the storm comes out.
Are you concerned about a rush of, right before the storm hits, a rush of people coming over, and there's a danger that you might have to close the bridge at some point, right?
It's possible. If we do shut the bridge down, we're hoping that everybody would evacuate now. And if you do break down on the side of the road, there will be troopers out here that will assist you. Try and get your vehicle off the roadway as much as possible to the nearest exit. If you feel that you cannot drive in the rain, try and get to the nearest exit. Don't stop on the highway. Be a danger to yourself.
Thank you, Trooper. We appreciate it. So there you have it. Now, most all of the major thoroughfares in Hillsborough County are being used as evacuation routes. US 41, US 301, and I-75, northbound and southbound. Interstate 4, State Road 60, Hillsborough Avenue, eastbound. We don't expect any lane reversals or anything like that on any of these roads today. And all interstate construction has stopped until at least Sunday. So right now, as you can see, traffic's pretty smooth here on the Howard Franklin Bridge, Jenny.
All right, looking good. Thanks a lot. Chuck Johnson reporting live for us from the Howard Franklin. Again, if you do need to evacuate... It might even clear up.
Yeah, exactly. Between the waves, we'll see heavy periods of wind and rain, and then it will be calm again for a while.
Speaking of rain, we've had so much rain this summer. The grounds are so soaked. They're saturated. So it is very concerning for us with more rain coming in, storm surge, what we could be up against. Hopefully everyone is taking the necessary precaution, and you're watching us, listening to us from a safe location. We're going to hang in there for you and bring you up to date. And you want to go ahead and toss it over to Dave Bowman?
Yes, that's right. Across the street here in downtown Clearwater, Dave Bowman is standing by at the Pinellas County Emergency Operations Center, and he has the latest for us.
This is not a 3-shot. This is a 2-shot of just Marty, and that's the map. Okay, so the 3-shot is the map. That's the map. 3-shot, 2-shot.
Okay, I think we're back on.
Yeah.
We're efforting a shot out of the Pinellas County Emergency Operations Center, where we have our 10 News reporter over there, Dave Bowman. We have reporters all over the Bay Area.
Yeah, and what is happening right now is we're still getting technically adjusted to our new location. We're able to talk to you now, but as far as going out into the field, we are still working on that.
Yes.
We should be able to do that very soon. But one of the considerations with Dave Bowman, who is across the street, in order for us to go to him, we're still working that out. There will be a slight delay.
Yes.
So you may see us and not hear us. We may go to a map. But there will be, when we're able to go to Dave, there will be a slight delay.
I think they have to power us down and power him up.
Exactly.
And there might be like a 10-second delay.
Don't panic. You may not hear anything for just a couple of minutes.
Apparently he's ready. Should we try it again?
I shouldn't say a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds.
Seconds?
So
okay.
hang on. Dave Bowman should be right there.
Okay, maybe the third time will be the charm in just a little bit. We can go to Randy Roush, our meteorologist, who's...
She had still ahead today in the path of a deadly storm and then cleaning up after a massive hurricane. We'll talk with a catastrophe expert from an insurance company about how appraisers come in and determine how much is needed to rebuild.
Meantime, Charley's about to strike the Fort Myers area hard, but the Category 3 storm already passed through Cuba. We'll look at the devastation Charley left behind on that island.
Ready, camera 3. Beginning move, dissolve. Stand by profile. Track, roll, dissolve.
It has been ordered for all Gulf Harbor students, all residents to vacate the area.
Pasco County Sheriff's Department was driving through these neighborhoods out here right on the water, reminding people this is a mandatory evacuation order. They do need to leave their homes. We ran into quite a few people who were not only boarding up their homes and planning to leave, but who were on their way out of this area.
Well, this is my kitchen. Right in here, this is my stowaway kitchen. Got everything you could use. I got some pots and pans. I got a gas propane stove down here. Forks, spoons, knives, all important coffee. This is the sleeper tray, sleeper box. We got pillows, air mattresses, pump for the air mattress. Same with this second box here. We got pillows and blankets and towels. And we got lunch meat, bread, about 4 or 5 jugs of water, plenty of Pepsi.
Taking your hurricane party on the road, it sounds like.
Here we got more fish. I mean, we're ready to go. We are ready for whatever comes our way. Hopefully not too much of it will come our way.
And so people all along this waterfront property have really done all they can do up to this point. The only thing they can do now is to get out of this area and take their insurance policies with them. Reporting in Newport Richey, I'm Bill McGinty, Tampa Bay's 10 News.
All right, very good, Bill. If you're just tuning in, this may look a little odd. You recognize the faces, Dave Worth, Dick Fletcher, Marty Matthews, but the surroundings a little different. We had to do something sort of unusual for us. As far as I know, it's only been done once before. We had to evacuate Channel 10. We're located on Gandy, and we're in an evacuation zone, so it would not be responsible for us to sit here and tell you to evacuate when we
not do it
weren't.
ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we did, and we're a makeshift situation here, our studio at Pinellas 18 in Clearwater. And Raj, we've been together a long time, 11 years now.
Oh, yeah.
This is a new one on me. How'd it go today?
This was a very, very big move that we had to take, and let me tell you something I've never seen. All the staff at Tampa Bay's 10 come together in production, newscasters, reporters, producers, engineering. Everybody had to work together because we recognized and realized that we were in Zone A of the evacuation zone, and we realized that Hurricane Charley is such a huge, powerful storm that we had to get out of our location. Now, for the past, 12 to 24 hours, we've been telling you, if you were in an evacuation zone, to move out. And as you can see some of the video here, you see Fletch walking out of the weather center there. That's the studios at Tampa Bay's 10. We began moving everybody out. That means all of the manpower that we had in production and engineering to make the transfer here to the Pinellas Emergency Operations Center at Channel 18 here. They were so gracious to allow us to use their facilities. You can see our guys covering up the audio boards, the control boards, and all of the electronics that we have in the studios at Channel 10, and realizing that we are only about 7 feet above the mean sea level, and with predictions of a storm surge of 10 to 13 feet, well, you do the math. You would realize that part of the studio would be underwater, and it's a massive undertaking to move an entire station with personnel and electronics and get everything all hooked up. It was a massive undertaking, and it's something that I think we've all learned from this experience. But right now, let's go to the Pinellas Emergency Operations Center and Sergeant Tim Goodman with the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, who's doing a press conference right now. We'll go to it live.
The Pinellas County Board of County Commissioners approved a resolution.
Downtown Naples, this is actually our parking lot here, and you can see over here that some of the trees have fallen. The winds here are very, very strong. We have some minor flooding in our parking lot. I got to tell you, I'm taking it a little bit personally because I usually park my car in that space where those trees fell. So I'm really, really glad that I actually didn't do that this time. Now, like you mentioned earlier, we were on Goodland, and I've got to tell you, we talked to residents there, and they said that instead of heading further inland, they decided to weather the storm on the water.